Hello, livestock farmers. We welcome you to yet another informative edition of this program that has been proudly brought to you by Agrimilling Stock Feeds. Together with their technical advisor, I am joined by Virginia. Now, viewers, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you are notified each and every day when we post something for your own knowledge, wisdom on how to run your enterprise. Now, in this edition, we are still on broiler chickens production, a venture which is worth investing in if you're a Zimbabwean citizen looking to supplement your income and even sustaining the livelihood of your family. You might be a school leaver, you might be looking to enhance the way you are living as a family. This is one way in which you can diversify the sources of your income. Thanking Agrimilling Stock Feeds once again. Virginia, thank you so much for making time today to appear on this platform.
Thank you, Adzanai.
Yes, as we get into this discussion, Virginia, I would want us to focus on the types of broiler feeds that are available with Agrimilling Stock Feeds. I know that these broilers feeds and this relationship that is not just limited on the counter where a farmer comes with money, you exchange money for the product, but you take it a step further by advising and supporting the Zimbabwean farmers technically, which is why you have created such a space where we converge once in a while to educate our Zimbabwean farmers. Looking at the types of broiler feeds that are there, I know that we have two types, but I would want us to dwell on the three-phase feed. Its composition, the components or the nutrients in the feed. What kind of a farmer would you recommend the three-phase feed one? Adhering and sticking to the recommended stages that a farmer needs to understand to say, if it's grower, we are still at grower. If it's finisher, we are moving on. So I would want you to start with the three-phase feed, a brief introduction of what it is.
Okay, thank you, Adzanai. Like what you have said, we have two types of feeds that we manufacture here at Agrimilling. We have got three-phase and we have got two-phase. So I'll be starting to explain the three-phase.
Yes.
So our three-phase, it just means you are feeding your beds in three stages, which is your starter, your grower, and your finisher. So starting with the starter, it contains 22% of crude protein, and it comes in a crumble form. Then your starter, you feed your birds or your chicks from day 0 to day 14.
Okay.
Then from starter you go to grower. Then on grower we do have grower crumbles that you give 500 grams of grower crumbles if you want to use the crumbles. Okay. I'll explain further on that. Then we have grower pellets that you give 1 kg of pellets if you are using starter, the grower crumbles and pellets.
Okay.
Then on finisher, our grower, it contains 20% of crude protein. Then you go to from day 25. Your grower you give from day 15 to day 24. Then from day 25, that's when you give your finisher, which contains 18.5% of crude protein. You give from day 25 up to slaughter.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Virginia, for that. Looking at what you've just highlighted to say, there is a stage for starter, grower, and then into finisher. Yes. I would want you to emphasize on the importance. Why is it crucial for a farmer to adhere or to stick to those principles, those guidelines, those three stages? I know at times farmers might want to cut corners to say, the finisher we had purchased yakawandisa, so ngatitongozvipe or ngatitongosanganise. What are some of the dangers that might arise as a result of you? It is now day 14. You're supposed to be feeding grower, but you're still at starter. Or it is now time for finisher, but you are still at grower phase. What are some of the dangers that may arise due to that?
Okay, like what I've said, there are three phases that a farmer needs to use when feeding broilers, using the three-phase feed. So for starter, it has crude protein which is higher, which is 22%. The importance or the reason why we give this, our bed starter, we want our chicks to grow. This chick is coming from a hatchery. It does have the internal organs, but they will be very small. So for growth, we need to give the right quantity of starter so that the development of internal organs like the heart, the liver, the respiratory system, it will grow the way we expect or the way this broiler is going to grow.
Okay.
So for starter, we're going to give 500 grams of starter, and its main work or the main function of starter is for the growth of especially the internal organs of the bed. Then we go to grower. Then when after the development of internal organs, the respiratory system, we now want our bed to produce meat.
Okay.
Yes.
You now want it to be fleshy.
Yes, that's the work of our grower. So we advise farmers to give their beds the right quantities of grower. Like for Agrimilling, we say 500 grams of starter for 14 days and 1.5 kgs of grower for 10 days. Then we now know our bed is now producing the meat that we want. And also the further development of the bones, the skeletal system. A broiler is a fast growing bed.
Yes.
So it needs proper support of the feed so that you don't see your broiler with splayed legs. Maybe the body is too heavy for the feed. So that's the work of the grower. You need the proper feed. And the other reason that we don't continue giving our beds a starter. Starter is a medicated feed.
Oh, okay.
There are some coccidiostates which are included there. You don't want your bed to continue getting medication.
To continue medicating.
Yes, it's not necessary. So that is why we say starter for the first 14 days, then you go to grower. Then after grower, you go to finisher. You know, finishing your bed.
Yes.
Correcting the taste.
Yes.
Correcting the quality and everything.
Okay.
That's the main function of our finish.
Now, Virginia, looking at the phases that we have before we go on to you explaining or describing the two-phase feed, what kind of a farmer, at what level would you recommend the three-phase feed one? I know we do have the two-phase, but what kind of a farmer, what differentiates or separates the two-phase feed from the three-phase feed? And why is it so? What kind of a farmer would you say, with your enterprise or with your project, I think I would advise you to go with the three-phase feed?
Okay, for three-phase, I would say everyone can use. Every farmer, everyone who thinks of venturing into broiler farming, you can use three-phase. And also on commercial farmers, they have to use the three-phase.
Okay.
The reason why some commercial farmers, they harvest their beds at day 28. So attaining the weights that they want, they will rather use the three-phase so that they get the targeted weights that they will be looking at.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Virginia, before once again we move on to the two-phase feed, I understand that when you go to the market, you are going to be experiencing these chickens in different phases as well. At times, restaurants look to purchase baby chickens, those that are slaughtered or sold or disposed of at 4 weeks. But at the same time, we do have our regular 6-week huge fleshy birds. Yes. So for a farmer who's looking to major in the production of baby chickens and one who's looking to rear them full term, Your sentiments on that. What would you want to say for those who are doing baby chickens when they are taking the 3-phase feed? What would be your recommendations? I know that the one we spoke of is for that farmer who's looking to have the full 6 weeks.
Yes.
But for someone who's doing baby chickens, someone who's saying I want to do baby chickens, what would be your recommendations or your advice with regards to feeding?
Okay, for those who wants to do baby chickens, I will recommend them to take the 3-phase.
Yes.
Then for those who wants to do the 6-week, you can use even the 2-phase.
Okay.
Yes, you get the same results that you get from the 3-phase. But for those who wants to harvest their beds in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Not in 2 weeks, but
in 4 weeks.
In 4 weeks.
Yes.
Yes, in 4 weeks, or maybe beginning of 5 weeks. Especially on commercial, they have to use the 3-phase
feed.
But for the small scale, and if you are managing a
smaller enterprise,
yes, you can even use the 2-phase. You can still get the results.
Now, in the final part of our discussion, Virginia, the 2-phase feed, I would want us to have a brief description of what it is, how is it fed, as well as the nutritional composition of the 2 feeds that we are having in the 2-phase feed.
2-phase feed, it means you are feeding your birds in 2 phases. So on 2-phase feed, you will be giving your starter, and they come in crumble forms from day 1 to day 21, meaning you are giving your starter from day 1 to 3 weeks. And the CP content for our starter grower is 20% crude protein. Meaning you are giving your starter up to 3 weeks, and the 20% will be enough, or will sustain your birds to get the weights that we want at 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because it has 20%, mind you, our grower, it has 20% as well. So it means it's covering the starter part and the grower part. Yes. Then from day 22 to slaughter, it depends when one wants to slaughter their birds. Then you give the grower finisher. Our grower finisher will be 18.5% CP, and it will cover the finisher part of our birds. And also the part of the grower as well. That is why it's called grower finisher. And for one who is using 2-phase feed, you always get your targeted weights at 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, Virginia, as we round off this segment, looking still at the 2-phase feed, with regards to issues of affordability or those major key takeaways that you might want to separate from the 3-phase feed, what makes the 2-phase feed different from the 3-phase, apart from affordability, of course? What sets it apart from the 3-phase one? I know we have farmers, as we are speaking, who are saying, I'm going to invest or purchasing the system of the 2-phase. What stands out when you are differentiating your 3-phase from your 2-phase?
Okay, on 2-phase and 3-phase, 2-phase is affordable as compared to 3-phase. So for maybe for small scales who wants to venture into broiler farming, I'll advise them to use the 3-phase. They have got plenty of time to look after their birds. They'll harvest them at 6 weeks, and it's very affordable for them. You save $1 to $2 per every bag, and that's profit for you for a broiler farmer.
Thank you so much, Virginia, for taking your time to educate our Zimbabwean farmers in the form of understanding the broiler feeds that are available on the market with Agrimilling stock feeds. It was a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you, Waza.
There you had it, viewers. Allow me once again to thank our sponsors, Agrimilling Stock Feeds, for creating this space, this platform where we discuss every now and again issues of livestock production. I would encourage you to bring in your questions, your suggestions. Let us interact in the comment section below. Also hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you are notified each and every time we upload a new educational video. Thank you so much for being with us.